don't we enjoy doing whatever comes our way? Right now, you've got a business degree coming your way.
Yeah. Yeah, I do, and it's kicking my butt, but it's uh, okay, let's get that over with. What tips can you give me, um and anyone who's doing two very drastically different things in their lives, considering you do nurse stuff, or you did, but you have the experience and everything,
Yeah.
um and also you do acting, like how do you manage both of them at the same time and having those two very drastically different parts of you?
You know, while they're both, I got that a lot. Oh, nursing, acting, those are such different things. Not really. They're two businesses of people that require a lot of empathy, and I'm
Mhm.
learning more every day that every skill we acquire in one pursuit will transfer over to another. I met doctors that worked first in hospitality, and then when they got to the bedside, their bedside manner was so great. I think that if we follow what interests us, we will find the similarities. Each interest will help fuel the other and help us find new depths to the other. Time management definitely becomes a challenge. But I think that it's something we just naturally figure out and make room for. In my case, I was working night shift at the hospital, so I could then go to set and work all day. And there were many times I was working 24 hours straight to make that happen. Did it as long as I physically could. Never thought I would have to choose, but I ended up having to choose for the time being.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, how long have you, like, did you start doing nursing first, and nursing? That's I don't know if that's the term.
No, yeah,
uh, oh
yeah,
really? Okay.
yeah. And I found modeling while I was in nursing school. So I was juggling both of those for the longest time. And modeling was something I was really just doing for personal growth and for fun. It was really, it started as a way to beat body dysmorphia and feel more comfortable in my own skin. And I ended up falling in love with modeling for the passion or for the art form that it was. And then I got a contract out in Los Angeles, and the pretty pictures got me in the room for acting. And I felt a similar fear with acting. And then I was like, that means there's more growth here.
Mhm.
And so then I got into classes and started doing more of that, and all the while still juggling nursing.
Wow. And if when you said the same fear in acting, you mean the
So nervous, so uncomfortable with
mm,
myself. So, I mean, because acting requires you to be very comfortable and willing to live a private moment fully in public. And especially on vertical sets. I mean, you've seen some of the stuff that we have to do and say, and it's absolute madness sometimes, and you have to get comfortable really fast. Um, but I found that the more I did, the more I confronted that, the more comfortable I became with myself as a person too. So it was
mm.
good to be done.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Do you feel like if you wouldn't have gotten into acting or modeling, I mean, you probably wouldn't have learned so much about you as a person too, right?
I definitely wouldn't have. I For the longest time I was this version of myself that I thought I was supposed to be, and acting and modeling really pushed me to then focus inward and not just on myself too. It really pushes you to understand your character. So you're understanding, and if you're really pushing yourself, you want to understand the reasons why they do everything, and you don't judge them. So it really pushes you to understand more about the human experience.
Mm.
Fascinating.
Was there a point where you've been like burnt out from all this learning? I don't know, like because sometimes you can get exhausted from acting and also like exposing yourself constantly and exposing like your 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 heart to the world, and like yeah.
It's true. When I'm on shows back to back, there are times that I've been on set almost every day for a month. And in those times, especially, I feel like I never really get a moment to be Ashley. And that
Mm,
can be so it can feel so not numb in a way, but you feel like you're sleepwalking almost. And sometimes I'll just need a day or a few hours to just go sit by the beach and journal again and bullet point, what is it that I want out of life? Who am I? How would I define myself? What do I feel are my current obstacles? What I feel are the next areas of personal growth that I want to have? Sometimes I have to do those check-ins to get back in.
Do you journal or
I
try?
I try. Sometimes if there's something I really need to work through, I will. Sometimes I'll journal in character if I'm trying to really get to understand a new character. Um, I don't have much free time on my hands, but when I do and I feel like it's something that I need to sort out and explore, um, putting it down on paper really helps me.
Yeah, you're always doing stuff. It's insane. How every time, like you, every day you have something. It's like I, I would be so exhausted if if I was. It was so. Yeah,
I am exhausted. I had to take a nap today, but really not.
yeah. It makes me wonder because, like, in when I was in the US, I almost didn't even have time. Like, I between cleaning the apartment, going to the gym, buying groceries, like, and I didn't even get started on like the actual the professional life,
Oh,
and I was already like exhausted, and half of the day had been already gone by. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's true. But
um,
the work, somehow it doesn't matter.
yeah. How do you like manage all your things that you do? Like, how do you get time to like do your yoga and your Pilates and all the stuff you also do?
Sometimes I do it at midnight or 1 a.m. It's
Wow.
what you have to do, but it's part of my work because it affects
Yeah.
how I walk. And when you're being shot from three cameras at a time and you don't know what angle or what wardrobe, I do it. So that's, I don't worry about anything. But I have to, I always try to budget time for auditions to roll in because sometimes I'll get six in one day and they can really pile up. So I try to budget time for that. I pencil in anything social. I always tell people we're penciling it in, and most people that work in the business, they get it. And, we hope that work comes up so that we have to reschedule, and we understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I try to do my auditions first, so I have the most energy to pour in there, and then I'll do my workouts after. But
Mm.
and work just has to come first
Right. And then sleep. When does that come in?
when I'm lucky.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're used to it from like the nurse stuff.
Yeah, and it's a little better now because I don't have to work nights. Like, it's very rare that I'll get a night shoot. It still happens.
Mm. Mm.
Um, I think I've upgraded. At least I'm not juggling a hospital job as well. So I think rest
Oh,
has
yeah.
actually improved for me. But it really just depends. Yeah.
And I bet you then bring all this knowledge that you probably learned from modeling to acting, right?
Do. I do, especially in the fast pace of vertical soap operas. Sometimes things move so fast that I'll have this character design in my head, but then I start getting put in the outfits. I'm like, this is a little different. And I have to evolve with that. Every outfit wants to move differently. And if a character then stands differently, that says a little bit more about who she is. There have been times where I've been about to go in to film a scene, I get put in the look right beforehand. And like one time there was a big faux fur coat that they put on top of me. And I'm like, oh, and it was a scene where I was going to visit someone in a hospital that I had gotten in an accident and they got sick.
Same old, same
Oh,
old.
no. And so I was like, this is how I play the scene, this coat. So I played it like I sashayed in, I saw a camera, I stared over the collar of the coat, and none of this was in the stage description. But like then, as they're talking and telling me to get out, I took off the coat, I stared at them, and I threw the coat on the bed. No, I belong here. And then I was in this very slinky thing. So then I was slinky, 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 got in her face, and then like said something menacing for the last moment, snapped the coat without breaking eye contact, and like sashayed out. But like the coat became how I played the scene.
Mm. Wow. And you learned that all from modeling, I bet, because like all that, like, all, you earn the knowledge from modeling to how to like work with your environment, I bet, right?
Yes, it's very important. The same pose will work in different environments and not in others. Same with
Hmm.
wearing. And sometimes fashion doesn't have to make sense, it can be abstract. But in the world of film, you have to play this whole moment all the way through in a way that is cohesive. If it doesn't make sense, it has to be with purpose. So, being mindful of your environment, what you're in, who you're
Yeah.
talking, where you're standing, where your light is, where camera is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's really important. Like also dance, like they taught me dance in the acting major in school
Okay.
because of the being aware of our surroundings, because of all that. I think they didn't care about us learning a choreography. They just cared about us knowing where to look, knowing what's next to us. Like it's so important when we're on set. And I think they use this example. Like we're not teaching you dance because we want you to be on a musical. I mean, if you want to, of course, go ahead. But um, it's for your degree. It's more of a like a um, because instead there's gonna be stuff like stuff all around you,
Mhm.
and there was like I think our teacher gave us the example of a person, the life story that he worked on a set that something fell on a person because he wasn't looking, and it was like very dramatic and stuff, and that's what they want to avoid because it's like you want to be aware of your surroundings, and you learn that
And body
from
language.
experience. Yeah.
If your words say one thing, your body language says another, like that says a lot about a person or what is really happening in their mind. So dance is so great with just getting in tune with your body and how to move to communicate different things.
Yeah. Yeah. And I bet modeling's the same way, right? Yeah.
It is. It is. I did take ballet when I was really young. I never did point, but I started that before modeling, and I think ballet also went with me into modeling. It has influenced how I move to this day.
I don't know what's harder, ballet or business.
You know, they both have their challenges in their own way.
Yeah. Yeah, let's say that. um yeah. Oof. Yeah, I still like half of my brain's still in the business world. Ugh. Okay. But yeah, it's so interesting how again modeling helps with your acting. Business may help with your acting. Acting may help with your business job. Nurse Being a nurse can help in acting. Like they all intersect at the end. Like you're right.
You really do. We're
Mm.
never. I hate when I hear someone say like, "This is all I know how to do. What else could I possibly do? Like, this is all I can do." I think that's the biggest lie that our subconscious tells us. We are never trapped in one thing. Our skills can go elsewhere. And I think we should give ourselves more credit. We are resilient, we are adaptable, we're smart, and every skill we pick up is preparing us for the next thing. We just have no idea what it is. We have to have confidence in that.
True. That's really motivational. I love that.